Hello. Hey guys. Merry Christmas. Just going to do a little assembly tonight. And also, I should probably have the camera looking at me when I am talking. That would be good. So, hello. Hi. I'm over here. Hi. Um, but yeah. So, tonight we're doing wolf guard head takers, which I made some before, but I wanted a squad of 6. So, that's what we're doing. And maybe, time permitting, I had this idea of Raptors using converted vehicle. Uh, like I figured they're doing a guerrilla warfare thing and they would hodgepodge something, convert some sort of civilian vehicle into some sort of battering ram, explosive laden thing, something like that. So I was going to go through my bits of all the vehicles I've made and slap some stuff on there and hopefully make that unrecognizable. And that's my plan for tonight. I kind of want to get, let's see, I'm working on some Night Ops Raptors. Let's see if I can get that on screen. Night Ops Raptors. And hopefully they'll turn out good. So that's on the agenda for tonight. And so now I'm going to angle the camera down and get it on the work area, which is down here. It's a little too much. And it needs to be back some. There, I think that's going to be right where we're working tonight. Anyways, oh, and I should also say hello. Hi. There, okay. So let's get to it. I'm not sure. Let me move this a little bit. I am not sure how I want to build these guys. My other group of 3 have shields, and I'm thinking of making these guys with 2 weapons because dual wielding is cool. I don't know. Yeah, dual wielding is pretty cool. You know what? I may keep their heads off because I've gotten into the habit of painting heads separately. Like I used to hate it, hate the idea of it, but now it's kind of my thing now. Space goals. All right. Trash. Don't need this. For that now, at least. Screws. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the heads off for now and paint them separately. So I should probably instructions. One. Second page. Third page. That's it. Not too many steps. They come with a lot of heads. Okay. All right, first guy starts at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What do the shields do? Okay, so the extra weapon gives them 2 extra attacks. Yeah, I think we'll do the extra weapons. This would be nice to have the option. And, you know, I could magnetize, but I'm lazy. I'm also drinking soda. And I think, yes. There we go. These are big, chunky boys. No idea what time it is right now. I know it's late because I took a nap. Or later than normal. Where's your loincloth? There. I'll turn this slightly. I think I'm working over here a little bit more. Let's see, number 7. I really like the new Space Wolf figures. They're very cool. Like, I don't have a Space Wolf army much. Like, I've got some Marines that I've set aside to be Space Wolves, but I don't have any actual ones. Other than what I built the last few times. Nothing painted. Looking forward to it, though. But I feel like I need to get the Blood Angels to a good place, and I need to get that Raptor squad out. That's cuz. Also, hello. We're assembling Wolfguard Headtakers tonight. And I'm going to make them all dual wielding, I think. Without heads. That's it. Okay. Is that all? Oh, and then base and head. Okay. Might as well chop all the heads off right now. Excuse me. More heads. A whole bunch of wolves. I used to be so afraid of doing heads, like no helmets, straight up fleshy heads. But practice makes perfect. Yeah. Okay, and a base. How many heads is that? 3, 6, 9. That's good. All right, cleaning up these guys. Also, hello. We're making Wolfguard Headtakers. I need to move this light over a little bit. It's a little bit better. Oh, that's right in my eyes. Okay. Maybe down some. I think that's better. Let's clean it up for now. Getting the first guy done. And tonight this night, we're going all dual weapons. The last time I did these guys, they had all shields and helmets. These guys will be open helmet, shields, and no shields, dual wield. This is super dull. This is a super dull knife. So the tradition is when I change a blade on stream, is I cut myself at least a little bit, at least just a little bit at some point during the stream. So you have that to look forward to. So hello. We're doing Wolfguard Headtakers. Hopefully it will be uneventful. Okay. Nice and sharp. Oh, and thanks for the thumbs up, whomever. Very kind. That's the thing about Space Wolves. You look at their gear. They do not take care of their gear very well. A lot of their stuff is like pitted and torn. Space Vikings just don't care for their equipment. It makes you wonder what sort of care their dreadnoughts get. Poor guys. There we go. I wonder if that sums up with smooth jazz dropping by. Also, hello. We're doing Wolfguard Headtakers tonight. Dual wielders with no helmets. At least this is the plan. I'm actually going to not put the heads on since I'm going to paint those separately. As is my current process. I should look at the stats of the wolves themselves because I don't remember what they're like. If they're good to spend the points on. If they're free, that'd be better. Then they would probably stink. It sort of weirds me out though that the lore around the wolves is that they are space wolves that have made the full change and are stuck as wolves. Which then means like all the gear, like this cloak, means that's the fur of one of the space wolves that they're wearing. So like, what the fuck? Pardon my French. Okay. Axe and sword. Yeah, I should get a Lehman Russ. You'd be cool to paint. I'm curious, how much is the one that Forge World puts out? I know the 3D art guy does like a really good 3D printed resin Lehman Russ. Not exactly chapter approved. Okay. Let's put them together. Got my glue. All right, this, and his loincloth for his gynecological area. Oh, so the cloak goes on first in the back. Tri-fit is good. When I was first putting things together way back in the 90s, I was told, always do a dry fit no matter what. So I do, or I try to. Sometimes I get impatient, I have to admit. Let's see. All right. Loincloth? Does that fit? There. Yeah. Huh. That is a nice fit. That's the thing about new model kits for Games Workshop is they're engineered really well. Harder to do kit bashing with them because they're all, I don't know if you can see, but like the groin piece is like molded into his abdomen entirely. So if you wanted to change out the loincloth, that'd be a much more involved process. All right, and there, leg. Like back when I first started, everything was one set piece. Like the arm was an arm, leg was a leg. So kit bashing was a lot easier. But of course, the figures were a lot uglier. To be entirely fair, objectively, they were uglier. They had a charm all their own because it was the '90s, but and late '80s. Still, all right, there. His gun and his hip guard. Need his shin. Look, I mean, I didn't dry fit that, but you can kind of see it. All right, this one I am going to, because it's kind of weird. It has his dagger on his belt. It kind of fits right in there. Oh, this guy's going together pretty quick. Now, is this free to move? This looks like it's free for you to swing around or not. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to use a different pose since I've got a set of these guys already. I'll try to angle it down a little bit and hold this here because it's not quite as fitty. I used to live on a really, really busy road. And at nighttime, traffic didn't really stop. It was not like, bumper to bumper, but I'd say a car went by every 4 or 5 seconds. And here, where we moved to, is so much nicer because it's a car goes by, at least late at night, maybe once every 2 hours. There we go. So that's pretty nice. Okay. To the base. Also, hello. Okay. Headless, but put together. Not bad. He's pretty cool, I have to say. There. All right, next dude. is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23. Should that be him over here? Yeah. Oh, the wolves are all on one sprue. Okay. You know, I really should paint some space wolves. It'll only be fair. There's his cloak. There's his cloak. This was Bjorn. I commemorate Bjorn by wearing his skin. Gross. These are nice figures, though. I have to say. What am I missing? A lot. His gun. Also, hello. We were putting together some Wolfguard Headtakers tonight. But at the pace they're going, it's not going to take too long. Unless the wolves are like super complex, but they do not look complex at all. Gotta get his line. Don't have his gun or his weapons out. In 20 and 23. Here's 20. I think the other guy's weapons, yeah, are on the other sprue. Very well engineered, though. I think that's it. Yeah, I think all the rest of this stuff is the other dude. And the shield from the other dude. Okay, cleaning. And I got these snips a few months ago, and ever since, they just cut things so clean. You don't have to do as much cleaning as I used to with the X-Acto. And now, I love painting power swords. Like once you get the rhythm down of it, like this, the recipe, it's so fun, so rewarding. I love seeing the little nubbly bits on the blades that are the focus of all the electricity. I love painting the little lightning bolts. I love giving them the blue wash and highlighting it. Yeah, pretty nerdy. But it's very satisfying. Oops. That's the thing, I used to play video games so much. And never cared about achievements because I always felt like it's kind of nebulous, and I like to play games how I want to play them. Then painting miniatures and all, it's very nice and rewarding to have something physical when you're done spending time on your hobby. I hope people stop by to talk. That would be nice. course, I did get started late. Started pretty late tonight. I think I did. What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's 11. Well, I mean, West Coast, I guess. Oh, there. That was a bad cut right here. So, like, as you see, can you see this piece? It has a hilt of a dagger on it, which things like that, where one part is incorporated into another part and they're separate, makes kit bashing a lot harder. Not impossible, you just chop it, but you have to compensate for that. And slap on some dirt to give the illusion of weathering. Oh no, his armor's not damaged, it's just weathered. Also, hello. We are working on Wolfguard Headtakers tonight. Got one done. Pretty quick assemble. No heads tonight though. All right. So this, and this. Okay. Glue. Man. Should put some glue there too. And needs knee pad. I missed a spot on this guy. Just get that out of the way for now. That's rough. Okay, more glue. And I think I'm going to make all of them with their extra hand weapon, because the aesthetic is just really nice on these figures. Where does this go? It goes over here. All right, that's a good fit. It's a little loose. Got to hold it for a little bit. Also, hello. Making Wolfguard Headtakers tonight. I wonder if it's you're not supposed to talk to people or say hello to them. Maybe that's taboo. What do I know? Okay, this goes here. Okay. And then backpack has his knife, interestingly. Oh, that's pretty cool because the knife goes behind his back and under the cloak partially. Okay, I can kind of see now why they separated the two, because that's kind of an effect that you can't really do if you made the knife a whole single piece. I don't know if you can see it, but the knife is tucked under his cloak. So it's kind of cool. I'm willing to sacrifice customizability for that, for the pretty. I should probably put more down here. There. All right. Backpack. Or power pack. I gotta hold this for a little bit because it was being persnickety earlier. I do like that knife on the back though. That is pretty cool. It's going to be horrible to paint, to reach. Well, especially with his arm there. Yeah. X. And then the sword. Stick. How's the sword go? I mean, it might not. It's probably not going to go that way. I'm curious how it's designed to go. Okay. This thing with cloaks like this is you can't get any upwards motion poses. No, like, brandishing the swords up. It's all got to be held low for the aesthetic to work. Which, I mean, it's not bad. But I like figures where they're brandishing. These guys, they're just sort of like walking forward grumpily. All right, that's the second one. Ta-da! Let's come in back a little bit, get focus. But no heads right now. Oh, he's got a little skull at his foot. I didn't notice that. That's cool. All right, last guy. Last guy. And then the wolves. And then bids. I'm going to be done with this fairly soon. I'll have to figure out something else to do because I still have like a couple of hours to kill. This is an easy kit. It's nice though, nicely designed. A lot of really interesting detail. Maybe I'll work on my Raptors truck or something like that. Ooh, flash. He saved every one of us. Is that it? Oh, Poppins. Yeah, I think I'm just going to make the whole squad dual wielders. Why not? Now, if you have a squad of dual wielding dudes, or if you have 3 dual wielding dudes and 3 with shields, can you just take all your hits on the guys with shields first, or I don't know, and still get the benefit of those extra weapons, or what? Don't know. Also, hello. Cleaning now on the 3rd dude. So this is the 3rd and last guy of the squad of 3, and then I've got all the wolves to put together, but they do not seem very complex. Like all 3 of them are on one screw. And of course, famous last words. 4 hours later. See, the thing is, after I put together a thing, I always immediately want to paint it. Like I'm looking at these guys and I'm thinking, like, wow, I want to paint all these power weapons because I've started loving to paint power weapons lately. Yeah, I want to paint all the tchotchkes. I don't think Space Wolves call their armor pieces tchotchkes, though. I wonder what they call, like bling, drip, whatever. Man, I did not cut this well. There. Still kind of crap. There. Also, hey guys, we're doing Wolfguard Headtakers tonight. 2 down, 1 to go, and then 3 wolves. That's one thing. Wolves are super easy to paint. You can like do almost anything so long as it's brown or white or black, and it'll look okay on them. As long as you got some shading or a wash or something. Like I remember painting an undead army way back when for fantasy battle, and the wolves were like the easiest thing to paint. It had like a regiment of 20 of them. Like, whoop, done in an evening. Back when they were super cheap too. A box of 10 of them was like $12. Of course, they look kind of goofy. They were big, goofy looking. And one of the castings had buck teeth. So we called it the Dirt Wolf. We always rolled him separately because Dirt Wolf. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Third and last dude. I'm going to have to do something else if I finish these guys soon. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Oh, I'm on the actual other page. I was just cutting things all crazy willy-nilly. Oh. I wish people would talk. Okay. This goes where? Here. I have no idea where this leg goes. Okay, like that. Okay, wow, that's really weird. He's like striding forward a bit. That's really weird looking. All right. Very strange. Okay, now I need the other leg and the cornicological area. Right there. Well, that's a good fit. Very nice fit. And need his other leg. And hip guards. Should be, this one goes right here. That fits right on there. Very nice. These are engineered very well. I'm going to try to dry fit with this first to make sure I know where it's going. Right there. All right, no, right there. A little bit of play to it. And now cloak. All right, almost done with the third dude, and then it'll be wolves. And shoot, I mean, this is only what, 40 minutes? This is like the fastest kit I've ever put together, unless the wolves take forever, you know, knock on wood and all. But dang, I'll have to do something else. I was thinking of taking this. Let's see, can you see it? There, this, and making it into a Raptors vehicle, like kit bashing it. We'll have to see. But that might be what I do if I finish these guys quick. Backpack, and then weapons, and then dogs. Dogs. So hello. Nobody has said hi yet. I know it is quiet. Hello. Just working on the third guy of the wolf takers, and then the dogs. Let's see. How should this go? There. Keeping all the heads separate. I haven't decided on what to use. Okay. All right, stick. That's not sticking. Stick. All right, third dude. Mostly done without his head. Don't fall over. There's all their heads. You get 9 heads with this for 3 dudes. Squad of 6. I've got a lot of gray hunter heads. Maybe I'll use something from there. Okay, dogs. All right, these guys are just 6 or 7 pieces. 6 or 7 pieces total. It's not a lot, not very complex. Also, there's no posability in them, though. So these guys are going to look exactly like their friends. It's already cut. Where does this go? Okay. There's 47. I try not to get ahead of it because then I'll forget a piece. 48, 49. Which are arms. Well, not arms, forelegs, I guess. I should say. Where's the other foreleg? There it is. And his head, 1551. Hello. Just working on some Wolfguard Headtakers. Well, they're dog friends right now. The Headtakers were super quick. I mean, 20 minutes a figure is kind of, for me, it's a good rate. I may have to figure out something else to do because I have free time. Should do something for the Raptors. I've been neglecting them. I've got a squad on the block ready to go. And they're sitting there in the same state for the last couple of days. Only one of them is partially painted. The others are just prepped. Then I still have those 5 Blood Angels, the intercessors. I should do those too. Big slacker. I feel like I was doing too many Blood Angels in a row. Can only paint so much red. I can always tell when I've painted a lot of Blood Angels because my dry brushes get that pink hue. Oh man, I missed that one. Big chunk of plastic that I missed. Well, I feel like maybe I shouldn't do the Raptor tank or vehicle because that's going to be mainly me going through my bits boxes looking for good pieces. And that's not exactly good cinema. I don't know, maybe people will like that. Who knows? All right, so this needs to go down here. Oh, that's like a really nice fit. Their recent model kits are very good, or well, engineered at least. Still kind of grumpy about the Sanguinary Guard. But with enough extra pieces, they worked. All right, and then this goes here. Oh, that's straight fit. So. All right. Wolf body, those little arms. Well, his 4 legs. You know what? I'm not even dry fitting. I'm living dangerously. That's right. At the beginning of the stream, I'm like, well, I try to always dry fit. You know, I'm just like, whatevs. There. And I'm gonna put his head together. Not the most complex of models, I have to say. But there's nothing wrong with that. Well engineered, though. Oh, he's got a cute little nose. Oh, can you see the cute puppy nose? Puppy nose. Nope. Well, a little bit. There, puppy nose. All right. And that goes on his big old head with a tongue sticking out. And of course I missed there. Okay. Dog. Dog. And he goes like this. Yep. Okay. Tonight, the Tamiya glue is working with me. It seems to be. Knock on wood again. I have not had to use super glue yet, so I'm pleased about that. Okay. Just curious, can you hear me all right? I mean, my microphone is showing that it's working, but I had problems with it before. And I've come back to a stream and been like, oh, I'm completely muted. Okay. Next dog is. Yep. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Not a lot of pieces. There it is. Are these wolves any good? I mean, stats wise? I know they're super cheap to field. You like get a bonus to field them. And they're independent of the Headtakers themselves. Oh, almost dropped that on my stuff. Three, 55, 56 with his four paws. Right here. And then his noggin, which is 57 and 58, which is right here. They all have their tongues lolling out. All right. Cleaning up the dog. These will be fun to paint though. Just fur, teeth, eyes, flesh in the mouth, and you're done. Oh, and then the base, but don't want to count that. I suppose I'll go with the winter thing for the space holes when I base them. I haven't painted a single one yet though. It's kind of crazy. This is going to probably be 5 figures in an hour. I mean, That is like a record for me. It's probably just the kit is very nice and easy. All right, so we'll go to this part, and then this part. Where does this go? Wait, that can't be right. Do I have the? That's the 4. I don't think I have. I don't have that part out. 54. Yeah, there it is. I did not get that part out. Slacker. I was wondering, like, where is his tail? I'm going to do something else. Because these guys are going to be done probably in an hour and 20. I mean, dang. An hour and 20 is quick for a Citadel box set. I'm used to it taking between 2 to 3 hours usually. Okay. Right, back to it. So this goes right there, I think. That's got to be, yeah, right there. Fits. Wow. It's like when you find the right angle, it just clicks. Click. Dog. All right, 4 paws. This one goes in the far body. Okay, yeah, easy dry fit. They do a good job of hiding the mold lines underneath pieces when you put them in there. I wonder for the engineering if they have like any automated systems to focus on that, like cleaning up the designs. Where does this go? I should have done a dry fit, but no. All right, go ahead. Like, do they have AI helping with the design or something? That would be interesting to know. And dog nose. Dog nose. All right, and now base. And dude, it's not even 60 minutes and I've got 5 figures done and almost completely done. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, stick. That's not working. I'm going to give a little bit more on the side. All right, dog. Arf. All right, last dog. Being the last one, I don't have to look up the numbers. I just cut everything out. Very clever that way. I'm going to have to do something else because these guys are going to be done. So if there's anything you guys want to see in particular, or like I have Blood Angels, Raptors, some more Space Wolves to work on, Necrons, got some Age of Sigmar stuff. What else do I have? Some Knights. Oh no, that's it. That's all the wolf stuff. Yeah, that's all the wolf. Dang. All right, cleaning up this last wolf. Then I'll go look at boxes and see what to make. Yeah, I'll make some. Maybe I'll work on the vehicle. Because why not? Or I could just make it an early night. Who knows? I'll work on the vehicle a little bit. Maybe try to get some inspiration. Because this went surprisingly quick. Unless somehow this last wolf confounds me. I really should paint those raptors though. I've been working on a Raptor Knight squad. Let's see. We're just sitting there waiting. Well, painting on camera is a lot harder with the way my lights are set up. Like they don't washes everything out. I am not a very professional streamer. In case anyone didn't notice. But it's still fun. It's always nice to talk to people or just talk. Stream of consciousness. Although my wife listens to me every now and then while I'm working in here. I talk to myself. Much like I'm doing now, kind of. Okay, puppy dog. Last puppy dog is right here. Okay. So tail and left side of his body. So tail, let's see, how does that hook in? Super nice and easy. That's pretty great. Again, modern Citadel miniatures. Or at least Marines. Right. 4 legs. I mean, it's not like I could probably do this without the instructions, but you never know. But it's going to be an hour and 5 minutes to assemble this entire box. It's crazy. And also, I mean, I wasn't rushing. I wasn't hurrying through it. I took my time, the intro, talked a little bit. I've been rambling. I could, if I rushed, maybe get it done in an hour. Who knows? Oops, of course, glue side down. It needs a little bit more glue. There. Now his furry face. Stick his tongue through his mouth. And there. And now his base. All right. And there's the other dog. Hour and 6 minutes. So, dang. All right, so I'm going to cut the rest of these shields off of here and store them for later. And I'm going to work on the Raptors vehicle that I'm kid bashing, because why not? But yeah, they're done. That's crazy. An hour, a little bit over an hour to do these guys. Very simple kit, but nice. I like the way they look. You get very little extra though with them too. Not a lot for the bits box. You get some shields or weapons, some extra heads. You get 9 heads, so I mean, I guess that's good. Now I'm gonna glue these guys' shields to their arms so I don't lose them. I'm not even going to trim them first. I'm just going to glue them straight on there. Be careful not to glue them upside down. What character models can have shields for the Space Wolves? Anybody? Oh, I'll put those to the side. Trash. So that is a box set of Wolfguard Headtakers. All done in an hour and 6 minutes, roughly. So yeah. So what I'm going to do with the rest of the time is I'm going to work on this. So I 3D printed out a tank sort of thing. Oh, hey. Hey, Sam. Yeah, I'm just relaxing. It's kind of nice just to talk to folk, while I'm doing this, because assembly is kind of brain dead. But now I'm going to try and put this together. I've got a bunch of pieces from other vehicle kits. I think I'm going to work on that a little bit. So you're welcome to hang out while I do that. I should move these guys. Well, maybe I should put them like off in the corner or something. Put them out of the way while I work on this. There. Put these guys over here. And their heads. But like I have different weapon systems. I have from an old Land Raider kit. What is that called? It's not a storm. It's a hurricane bolter. Oh, this is just a thing I found on Maker World. It's one guy's concept of a up and coming Spanish AFV, and so I printed it out. I changed the size a little bit so it's more in scale, and I'm going to kind of like treat it like a civilian vehicle for my Raptors. I figured they're doing a guerrilla warfare thing, and so I'm going to treat it like they commandeered a civilian vehicle, and they're going to put gear and stuff on it, maybe explosives at the front, and like blow up a checkpoint or something. At least that's my thought. But like I have this box of armor pieces. So like it's from a Bane blade and a knight. There's a generator. So I'm thinking I might just do that. I know it's not like armored personnel, armored fighting vehicle. But yes, APV2 or APC. So there, I've got this piece. I don't know. I'm just going to try and take a look at it and see what I can do. And unless, I mean, I also have some other things to put together. Well, yeah, I mean, you get so much when you put together stuff. Well, this might be useful. This is, I think, a shield for a basilisk. If I have another one, I've got to have another one. There we go. There's the other piece. Maybe that'll go good on the front. But I've also got like tons of weapons, armor plates. I kind of want to use this because it's from Imperial Guard, the mortar. And that kind of looks cool. Because I'm trying to think like what would Raptors put on a vehicle, and they would have to use like civilian gear and stuff. I mean, here's a tube of rocket launchers, something like that, and a chain gun. Chain gun would be fun. I want to keep that out. But there's like, I'm looking for pieces with Imperial Guerilla. Here's a little thing of rockets. I don't know. Right now I'm just kind of brainstorming and trying to see what I would want to put on it. This could be a good thing for the front. Something like that. Another Guerilla. Here's a sort of cannon. Generator of some kind. Because when you, like, I put together Baneblade kit, and you get a lot of stuff left over because they give you enough to do all those different versions. Some rounds. Oh, kind of a cool cannon. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this would look kind of cool somewhere. It's the back of a basilisk. It's for like where the crew goes. Generator. The chain sword or chain blade. All right. Put that over here for now. Let's see. Something like that. Oh, hey, Vanzig. The rocket mortar. This, I think, is from the recent artillery piece you could get for the Imperial Guard. These are these two pieces. I think, like, you remember that the emplacement. I think that's what it's from. It's good to see you, Vanzig. It's nice to have you stop by. I was about to cry. Oh, let's see. So if I could chop parts of this off, I could make a cabin of sorts. Oh wait, this is two of the same side. I've got to have something different. Oh no, maybe I don't have enough piece. Oh no, that's too bad. That would have been a cool thing. So kind of, you know. Oh, here, sponsons. Sponsons with a flamethrower. And machine gun. More sponsons. So 2 sponsons would be good. Let's see. The specular rocket system on the Arbiter Bombard tank for 30 kilograms. See, I am completely unfamiliar with that. Was it? I thought it was from a Russian artillery piece. That was what I was thinking, like a what you call it, Katyushka. I mean, I know it's not a Katyushka, but I thought it was derivative from it. Man, I'm sad because that would have been worked well if I had two of those. Oh, gigantic melta. Battering ram. Battering ram. That'd be good. Oh, that might work. All right. Oh, if I can find another piece like that, maybe I can still make that work. Let me see. Oh, do I? Is it? Yes. All right, two pieces. Maybe I can still make that cabin. Oh, that makes me happy. All right, okay. Somehow I got to work that cannon in there. I don't know. I need to think of what would this count as, you know? Like, am I going to make this a Land Raider equivalent or a Predator equivalent or something? Or the main Katyushka is a flatbed? Yeah. I was thinking it was something like, okay, this Katyushka or equivalent would go in the back of, you know, a Jeep or something. You know, because you know, that's the only place I've ever seen in the real world of, you know, something like that. Where did I put those guys? Where did I put them? Oh man. Did I not take them out of the box? Oh, here they are. Okay, so let's see. That might not. Well, maybe it's like this. Yeah. Well, the angle's not quite right. Maybe there. Like that. Main Katyushka. Yep. So this might be interesting in that. Well, I kind of don't mind just working kind of crazily because I printed this thing out and it only took about like 8 hours. So if I make a mess of this, which you guys might watch and see me make an utter mess of this, I can always print up another one, salvage the pieces. But I think this might be good. Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking it's going to be a converted civilian vehicle. So I was thinking if we can put on like a ton of things that look like armor. Yeah, heck. That's a possibility. But I think people just look at that and they're like, oh, that's a piece of a knight that you just slapped on top of it. I'm like, yes, that is exactly what it is. A piece of a knight I slapped on top of it. I don't know. I mean, that could be a kind of a cool cabin. Yeah, right there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change the angle of this. Wait up. Yeah. There. Might be a little bit better. Move this over. There. That's better. I mean, that could work. But I feel like if I extend it that far out on the sides, then that means I'd have to extend the sides all the way out here, which I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with that. Imperial Guard Testudo? You think that would be good stats-wise? Because I'm not like worried too much about. This is definitely not a vehicle I would feel like a competitive game or anything like that. This would be something where I'm like thinking of, yeah, it just looks cool. And it fits the army aesthetic. Maybe this. Oh, this might work. Oh, you know what? All right, I'm going to try this and see. Well, I need something in the middle. That might work. Maybe something like that and that. Man, that's high potential for structural failure. Oh, is it with 3 wheels instead of 4? That could be. I mean, could say. But basically, why I did this was I was looking like, I had this idea and I was thinking I could get the Ridge Hauler from Necromunda. And then I was like, oh, that's $100. And I was like, oh, or I could just print this out and fiddle with it and see what I could do. Oh, that kind of fits right on there. Chain gun. Chain gun. Ooh. All right. I'm going to have to make that work. Oh, duh. And guess what? These pieces are the pieces that go right there. Does it make a mess? Ah. Let's see. This would go right there. I'm going to, I don't know if that's a good idea. Because again, this would be like, oh, you just slapped on a Baneblade turret. Yes, I did. But it fits. Might have to, well, no. Clean it up a little bit. So Vanzig, what is the fastest you've had completing a Games Workshop like box set? Because this was an hour and 5 minutes roughly, hour and 6 minutes. Is the fastest I've ever put together a box set. Like, kind of crazy. 6 figures, an hour and something. Maybe if I turned it upside down. No, that would suck. That would just straight out suck. All right, you know what? I'm going to glue these because this fits nice enough. I need to clean the connection points though. This fits nice enough that I think it's worth doing. Well, I was just thinking like, okay, like the $50 regular box sets or whatever. Not those. I mean like the ones that are a squad. Because this was the fastest I did one of those, $50 box set squads or whatever. And like the single sets of like, character models, yeah, those are super fast. Okay. And this might turn out to just suck, but that's fine. Because otherwise I wouldn't be using these parts anyways. Well, there we go. Really? The 8 belt? I haven't messed with those guys. That's pretty quick. This was the fastest for me with these guys. Because like even like a blade guard, that took a little bit longer. Okay. Oh, there, maybe put it up above. Or do we go front? We think up front or above? I think that makes it look more like a civilian vehicle. Then I need to shade that some, I think. Yeah, above the flat part, I think. Mongoose means like the new possess. I think I like this because I'm trying to basically give it the impression that it's, a semi truck or something equivalent, cargo hauler. Because ultimately I might put like a flatbed on the back or something. But I need to shave this here, make it flat to fit. Which is such a nice 3D print, but it must be cannibalized. I mean, I had two other things. Like I took this, printed it out, and I figured I might do something with this. And then I printed out this half track, World War II half track. And I just like it. I'm going to use this for the Imperial Guard somehow. So that's like I'm just going to use this, change it up, slap on some armor pieces, but I'm not going to use those for this concept. All right, that'll work. That's a strong contact point. I'm running out of super glue. Should go open a new bottle. Use the accelerant now. And let's try to get this angle right. That's not sticking. There's something, you know what? I think that's interfering. Oh, darn it. There. Please stick. That's never worked, right? I think this guy warped a little bit. There we go. Okay, now. There. Seems the one-piece 3D printer absolutely crushes recasters. Oh, do they? Well, yeah, like I've noticed people doing speedy resin. Are they resin with the recasters? Like I've noticed like a lot of warpage at times. That's why I found that one decent 3D printer on Etsy, and I just use him a lot. The Scale Tails guy, he's pretty great. That's not sticking. I think the accelerant dried out before because I was messing around with the other stuff. Okay, you use the heat gun. Well, you can use the heat gun, but it's still like I noticed if the resin gets hot again, like naturally, like if it's the summertime or something, it kind of tends to revert to its original curve. At least for myself. But I don't know. Resin printing is still arcane enough to me that I don't know like how it behaves. When it's high quality, low quality, beyond if it's super brittle or whatever. This is not sticking. Son of a... Yeah, that's something to be aware of. I'm like worried about like the resin pieces I have for like my blood angels and stuff. All right. Yeah, that's going to be great. So let's see. Yeah, I'm going to need to actually spray this. That's true, but I still would. I would be distraught, if something like that happened. The easiest way is just never take them anywhere. This thing is not spraying. All right, fine. Fine. Jeez, man. That's pretty appreciable for it to be that hot that the plastic melts. That is huge. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I've noticed like I've noticed that my studio here during the summer it got very hot because I didn't have any shades to draw to protect from the sun, and so I had like a 3D printed Scorpion Eldar tank, and it's got those two front like 2 bits in the front, which are like the prongs, and they just ended up drooping straight down, and it looked, it looked pretty sad. I felt bad for it. Okay. That sucks. Oh my god, I got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. I need to establish something around sides. I need to look at more pieces. Actually, I know what I want to do with this. It's right there. Lot to cut. Oh, that might work. Set it up for a truck bed. Yeah. I don't know. This is going to be kind of fun. Let's see. Let's see. I need something. You know what? I'm trying to get pieces that I wouldn't immediately know what to do with and see how they'll fit. Something. And I might end up breaking that piece off there. I like the bulldozer. Maybe I should do something like more understated, like don't try to affect the entire huge like profile of it. Let's see. I put all my 3D conversion bits in a box. Yeah. Well, I did that actually last night. I went through like all of my bits boxes and I consolidated things. And like I didn't realize that like I have these for marine bits that I did not know I had. Like I have a box already for them. Let's see. You know, maybe I should just add stuff and not try to change the entire profile beyond a little bit. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like realizing, I'm going to have to build around that entire little piece. Like maybe I should just put on. But if it's just a bunch of armor pieces, that makes sense. I'm looking for one particular piece that I found its counterpart. This might be a good piece. Oh, that piece. That piece. Aha. That piece. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to put too much effort into it. It's like this is a lark. So I want to get it so I have something that at least closes it off easily. I need something plastic card underneath there or something. I mean, that's not bad. It leaves a gap though, so maybe something right there. I need to clean this up a little bit. I'm just going to kind of go for it and start gluing stuff. And see what I can manage. Look at that. As I break it. Crap. Stay there. No. Stay. Oh my gosh. This is not working. That one hurt. It's a little bit better. There we go. Let's see. Accelerate is way over. Oh yeah, if you can, let me know if you've got the formula for it. I mean, I don't use a lot of it, so I have fun with it. It's like, what is it? Like $20 a bottle. I still haven't gone through like my first one, but I use it pretty sparingly. The applicator kind of sucks. I would just much rather have like a brush for it. Yeah. Let's see if this fits or sticks. I mean, I'm hoping this will give shape. I'll be able to slap other things on top of it and down at an angle, so it won't look as obvious as, oh, that's a Baneblade turret, or well, Shadow Sword turret. And but hey, the Shadow Sword gave me a lot of pieces. Okay. And this one, here. Let's see. Main part of the spray is 90%. Yeah. When I tried to dab it from the tube, it spilled. Yeah, I spilled it a couple times. And yeah, none with a brush, which is unfortunate. I'm going to need to cut that. Or maybe that. Yeah, I think I'll cut the other thing. Phew. I'm going to need to get a better angle. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't find any with a brush either. Okay, so it's going to have to go like that. I didn't even need to cut that thing. Oh, well. So I'm going to put it right there. But really, I mean, I find I really need the accelerant when I'm working with resin. Like I can't imagine doing some stuff without it. And also, I'm super impatient, so there's that too. All right. All right. Stick. It looks exactly what it is. Like it what it is. I say, oh, you had a whole bunch of parts left over from a Beyblade. Yes, I did. Okay. 40% water, 40% isopropyl alcohol, and 10 to 20% baking soda. Yeah, but I find like I usually don't use the spray version. See, like that, it looks like a garbage truck. Like, that's any better? That's not any better. That's a maybe. I don't know. Remember this? No. Let's see. Work protection feet to basement are great. I haven't actually watched any Necromunda. Like, what do you mean? Oh, you mean like the game being played? I've played a little bit. I played a very little bit of it once when I was just having fun. It was my friends' armies. But it was nice of them to let me get some of their stuff killed. I don't know. I kind of am thinking this. I want to get the Guerilla in there. Or maybe something like that. No, something like this. This, no. I mean, that could work, sort of. No, that just sucks. That just sucks. The role-playing person. Okay. Well, yeah, it strikes me as a lot of like old Warhammer Quest. At least the way I heard people talking about it, where you had like random events and things happening and junk. I kind of want to leave this back here as like a flatbed open area. So I need to close the back. And I need something. Oh, wait. I have. Oh, you know, I'm an idiot. I am a complete idiot. Oh. I have the back of this turret right there. So I need to put that there. That'll be great. That'll enclose that at least partially. That'll be much better. Vanzig, you need to catch this sort of thing with me. You know, I go and do stuff without even thinking. Should have said, hey, Midnight Miniatures, don't you have that piece? Should have somehow known that I had this bit piece right here. There. Ta-da! Ta-da! I could put a big old engine in the back. But now I'm going to put these back on. But now it looks a little bit more rough, but it's okay to be rough. It's okay to be rough. It's okay for it to be kind of crap. No harm in that. That does not look good. Do I have another of these? Do I have another of this piece? I don't see it. I don't think I do. I have one of these. I don't have another of those. I'm going to take a look down here. Matching pieces are good. Oh, let's see. This guy was converting a tank into a transport, so the back of his tank he replaced with the doors from Zone Mortalis. I don't know. I could see that. Let's see. Aha! Aha! This is going to work. 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 Work. It's going to work. It's going to look awesome. It's going to look awesome. I'm freaking happy. Although, yeah, I mean, that feels like it fits. Could do it. Let's just slap a ton of super glue onto it. I should get another bottle. This is sucks. Sucks. Okay. So what are you working on lately, Vanzig? Still Horse Heresy stuff? Doctor's going to work. All right. I've got the glue has to hold, so I'm holding this for a little bit. Okay, so there. That, I don't know if you can see it. That'll be a piece that sticks there, I think. Heresy squads, cool. Have you been playing any? I have not been able to play anything lately. This needs to be shaved, I think. Well, it still fits. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. Yep, that's the wrong side. I think this piece that I got here is from a 3D printed knight, like action figure, Imperial Knight action figure, that was way too much of a hassle to put together. Oh. Yeah, that's bad. Poor puppy. Okay, so we got that. Got that other side. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there. There. All right, let's put the bed back on the truck. Why does this look like it's warped? Bed back on the truck. Two aircraft on the to-do list for the trucker. What aircraft? Or do you mean like actual models and stuff? Storm Eagle. Oh yes, I think I remember you mentioning the assault ram. That's the Space Wolf one, isn't it? I thought, no offense, but I thought that was super ugly. The assault ram. I mean, better than some of the other things, but I did not care for it. Although it kind of, well, didn't they use that in the Astartes video? Or they use some other vehicle? This is not bad. Okay, you need to stick. You need to stick. All right. Ramshackle. It's not specifically. I thought it was purely Space Wolves, like the Death Watch vehicle, and the Dark Angels have their own little fighter jet. And This thing? Oh, the Storm Wolf? Could be. I thought you were saying this vehicle is ugly. I'm like, oh yes, this vehicle is going to be super ugly. All right, so there's what we got so far. Boom, boom. I'm going to need to put something on the front. I'm vaguely thinking something like this, and then making this, the windshield. But part of me also wants to put a gigantic cannon on the front too. So I don't know. But this doesn't help me because I need to close this off somehow. Maybe if I put it. Is it? Oh, okay. Stormwolf assault boat. That must be what I was thinking of. Sacist assault ram. I do not know. Maybe put something flat there. I need something flat. Something flat. I think what I'm just going to do is make that the cab and then put a bunch of pintle mounted things. Vanzig, you need to tell me a thing that this can be a proxy for and what its guns are so I know what guns to put on it. As I abuse your presence horribly by asking you for help with this. Let's see. Oh, that. I need to close that off somehow. Close that off somehow. Ah! That's not going to work though. Uh-huh. No, maybe. I need something with like an L. Nope. An L shape of some kind. This possibly. Ah, maybe. If I shave it? No, that's that can't be up there. That's too smooth. I'd have to put some stuff on it. Guns or speed. There's slow tanks with big guns and fast tanks with almost no guns. I mean, I imagine this would be mainly anti-personnel. I'd like something that is armored because I figure what they do with it is they armor it up so it goes driving at like a checkpoint or a roadblock or something, and they blow it up. That's what I feel like. And so it would have like anti-personnel guns on it, and they jump off at the last second and it blows up. And that's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. Maybe I should just cover this with a flat panel of some kind. Like 2 flat panels. So I'm thinking armor and tiny guns. No. Nope. Aha. This will at least help. At least will help with the situation a little bit. I need to clean it a little bit. For folks joining us, I'm working on a truck. I finished with the Wolf Guard. They're down here. I am working on a truck. Salamander scout vehicle. 10 wounds. Can have a heavy stubber, 100 killer missile. Scout lane. Maybe. Maybe I'll have to look. Does the Necromunda vehicle, the big truck, the Ridge Hauler, does that have 40k stats? Because that might be good. Maybe like that. Or you know what? What about some of the Gene Stealer cult vehicles? Like those are civilian vehicles. What is that one with the big cruncher on the front? Cruncher. This, this would be better if I just use. Just a square, maybe. I need a smaller square. That's too complicated. It's a little goofy. A little goofy. No, too goofy. Nope. I'm going to take a dive into the box again. Take a look at it. Aha! I think I might have found something. Ah, that might work. Okay. Clean this up here. I'll have to sit down with Wahapedia. Like sit down with Wahapedia and just look at all the different things. Okay. Okay. This I can at least do with glue, as it is plastic on plastic. Let's see. Rock grinder is 12-inch, toughness 10, 3+, 10. Big flamethrower, heavy seismic cannons, or heavy mining laser. Melees with the big dozer. Yeah. I've got the dozer on the front. So it can only have a big flamethrower or a seismic cannon or a heavy mining laser. So just because I'm really kind of set on having a lot of pintle mounted weapons. Huh, that's interesting. Because I really want to have the image of, a bunch of stubbers, a stubber here, stubber here, stubber here, stubber here. So there's something like that that might be ideal. Okay, so there's the other piece on the front. Now I need to put something along here and here. Yeah. Nope. 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 Right here. Right here. One heavy stubber. Oh. Fell off. Please stick. Please stick. kind of like that piece. Where's the other piece? Where did I put that? There it is. Yeah. That's firing decks. Oh, so 6 models can shoot rifles from it. Well, then that'll give me an excuse to model the pintle things. This thing is not sticking. So that might be what I end up doing. Okay. So I'm going to go with these things as armor plating on the front. In mining theme to the G. Yeah. They should give them to the more like, to the squats, basically. Space Wars. Yep. I don't like the new interpretation of the Leagues of Votan. And only some of their gear looks cool. At least to me. Yeah. Well, I think for a lot of things, they have designs and art ready to go, in essence. I think that works better. Okay. I'm going to have to go get new super glue, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, there it goes. Uh-oh, I think I got glue on the end of my dripper. Every time I need enough in my cart for free Amazon shipping, toss super glue in. That's pretty wise, I guess. That would make sense. Okay. Okay. That is probably smart. Okay. This is going to work. Yeah, GW Paint. I don't know. I have a hate relationship with their pots. Oh. There we go. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Vroom vroom, a little bit. Let's see how we go. I kind of want to use this in the back. I think I am going to. Just because. Get out of the way. All this stuff in the freaking way. Like that. Yeah. I mean, GW had the same issues with the paint. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I think it's looking more like a tractor trailer, which is what I was sort of aiming for. We'll have to get it. I've got a lot of work to go. I'm probably not going to be able to finish this tonight, but it's nice to get some work done on it. 1, 2, 3. That did not take. I need to stick, man. Yeah. I mean, we had the same problems 30 years ago. Heck, 35, where you open it once and then a little bit of paint gets in one spot and then you're on the clock right then. Okay. All right. I need some big piece on the back, which we could go. Oh, darn it, that's not sticking. Okay. I need more super glue. Now let's try this quick. All right. This feels like it took a little bit better. So the thing is to get it to look like it's hodgepodge, but so it's not an orc vehicle, because it's way too easy to slip into orc territory. All right, that took well. So I need. It's also good to have the Guerilla showing on different things. I need to cover that back part first. Need something. No. Nope. So I knew this was going to be tough, but I really want that part there. It's this. This might work. Or at least give me a basis to operate off of. Or maybe something here for like the engine. Oh yeah, that might work. Maybe underneath, and then I can just close up the other part. I think that might work. Thing is, this does not have strong points of contact. Oh, maybe back in here. Yeah, I think that works. Cover gaps of fuel tanks. Yeah. Well, remember, I was thinking of having it be hodgepodge so they drive it and blow it up. Camo netting, I've got a good bit of different things. I've got some barbed wire. You can always slap different things on it, but I am trying to veer away from orcness. All right, okay. And this, is that right? Oh no, need it right there. All right, why are you not sticking? What the heck? Why did that not stick? All right, I'm going to just put it right here because that's the contact point. I'm like 100% sure. I want to hold this for a little bit. Maybe I had too much air underneath it. Who knows? All right, it's not going. Why is that? I mean, if this confounds superglue and accelerant, then I'm not going to be able to do it. Not there. I think it's starting. Stay. All right, so I slap that on there. That'd probably be good. I think it's got it. It's good. Good now. I'm going to need to put something else. No. We need something thinner. Let's see. That's probably wise. Baking soda, so. Darn. But now I need to enclose it. We've got gaps. Need something on the sides to enclose. Yep. Man, if I only had an opposite of this. No, that won't work. What can I do? What can I do for that? You need to ponder. It's something for the sides. I mean, a fuel tank would go well there. Like you were saying, some sort of fuel tank. I think I have, strangely enough, fuel tanks from a Beyblade. It's right here. There we go. I mean, it'll just be a little bit obvious. Be a little bit obvious. I need to trim it. People start recognizing pieces from it. And they're like, why did the Raptors tear apart a Beyblade to create a truck? I'll be like, oh no, they salvaged and they destroyed or damaged a Beyblade, clearly. All right. Yeah, but the whole thing of Beyblades and all is, you know, it's supposed to be reverent and all that. You know what? This actually might not work. Yeah. This leaves too many gaps too. Maybe I can use this elsewhere. There, maybe. But see, the thing is, if I use it on this side, I need another one. I should have another one. I'm going to use this because I want to. Oh, here's one barrel. Here's another barrel. Let's see if they're the right kind. Yep. The right kind of barrels. Yeah. Well, these are the barrels that come off the back of the Beyblade. They're fuel area, I guess. Or it might be just promethium if they have flamethrowers or something. Okay. This one. To be fair, though, like that sort of terrain is the easiest thing to 3D print. You know, like even with plastic. There we go. All right, gluing. And like those are also the models that Games Workshop doesn't take down. They just don't care about people printing barrels and stuff. Which really, why should they? Okay. So I was going to put these here in the front to disguise or hide the gap I've got there. Okay, I'm going to put them like right there. That is my plan. $65 for 9 barrels and 3. Yeah, that is not. What am I doing? Do I need? If I put this here, I I could just use glue. Now let's see if this sticks. I'm going to have to hold this for a little bit since it's small contact points, and I'm just using Tamiya glue, so it might be a little bit. Right now, what I'm printing out is, did you ever play Warhammer Quest, Fanzig, like the old version from 95? I'm printing out the entirety of its tiles in plastic, but 3D and pretty. Okay, barrels. Cover the gap. Part of me is curious, like what is going to be intact in the morning? What's going to fall apart? Talisman was very different. I did not care for Talisman. It was too abstract for me. Warhammer Quest, you had like tactical stuff going on. I mean, Talisman is all about, okay, I roll a die, you roll a die. Oh, I lost, I mean, that's ultimately what we all are doing. There, barrels. But it was very abstract to me. I need to do something about this back here. No, that's not going to work. Nope. 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 Oh, I almost broke it. Okay, I'm going to glue this just because. I think. Just cause. No, this looks like crap. I mean, I could break it. No. That's not going to work. Nope. 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 If only it was slightly bigger. Oh! No! Son of a... this is not sticking either. What is my problem? Stay. Nope, it's not gonna. We have to go super glue again, which is not, a bad thing because it does not have very strong contact points. Well, it's sticking now. Still need to put this back on. So yeah, Talisman, I mean, it had so many expansions and things, and it was kind of interesting. The main thing was basically it was a game that was focused sort of on screwing over your friends. It was competitive and all, but I don't know. This could work. Maybe if I find another piece like that. No, it's not going to work there. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. That works. These two work. That'll be nice. All right. Let's see if I can get this to stick. I'll give it some extra time. Okay. So there's that. And then I've got another one for the other side. It should be better. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to fit as nicely. Should still work. Should still work. Oops. Right now, this looks like exactly what it is with a bunch of junk dumped on top of it. But I'm getting there a bit. Very ramshackle. If I have another one of these, that would work. I have another one of these. Aha! Oh, crap. I dropped it. I have no idea where it went. Aha! Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is I got to lop off these ends. And clean them up. See, this is going to be a model if I actually paint it at some point where it's going to be heavy weathering because weathering hides all the imperfections. It's going to be heavy weathering. I'm going to bust out the oil paint, slather it all over this sucker, get the weathering pencils, do a whole bunch of rust, some pigment stuff, and maybe I'll have a flag of it, like a flag on the back for the Raptors or something, banner. I thought this would go well, but I'm not sure now. I mean, that's not bad, but it's not good either. No, darn, I thought I had it. That's not going to work. I mean, that works. But I need something to cover the whole thing. To get the bloodthirsty Cabanda. Oh yeah. Well, there's also like, I mean, they did all the scale changes, and there's lots of old figures that are kind of neat, but now they just don't look right in the game. I think I'm getting too tired to think about this. I think I'm starting to get distracted. 109mm base for a melee chaos knight. Kind of silly with me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that could work. If I have another one of these somewhere. Hmm. Let's see. All right. That might take. All right. So it's getting there. It is getting there. I mean, it'll look okay on the table, but if you turn it upside down, it's going to be like, oh, look at all those holes. It's going to be ugly. Okay. But you were right, Vanzig. Cover it with with as many barrels and junk as possible. That'll make it work. All right, accelerant. Let's slap this sucker on the back there now. Okay. Okay, we have a passing body, something that will serve as the vehicle. It'll be good civilian vehicle, and now it's converted to kill people. I should look at stats of vehicles and try to get a proxy, but I just want to slap some guns on it right now because guns are cool. I kind of want to just put a big gun right there. Or, no, that's not going to work. If I had the mount, that would be pretty darn cool. Thud gun. Or the Katyushka. Katyushka. I need something to support it. Something to support. Nope. Something to support the sucker. Gotta fit in the turret. That's ugly. No, I broke that, unfortunately. But it's another minigun, but I broke it. Yeah, stick something else on it. Hee hee. All right, that's kind of what I'm going to do. I got to trim that sucker. I don't care if it's not stats, legal, or whatever I decide doing with it. I want it to look cool. So that's what I'm going to do. I need to trim this up. Yeah, it still needs trimming. Smooth this sucker out. Oh, I should probably actually do it on screen. That might be polite. That works. Oh no. I could just fill the gap. As I inhale a ton of resin, and I just slice myself. A little bit. Didn't get to any blood. Forgot I'm using a new X-Acto, which means a new X-Acto on stream means I have to cut myself at some point. Maybe there's something else. Ooh, missiles. Missiles? No. Plastic. That's better. I actually like that better. Oh, that's better. Need to trim a little bit more off the top. Yeah. But I'm a rebel. All right. Let's do it. Slather all the freaking super glue on it. And then, where did I do that? Just put it down. Or I could just use this one. Boom. Where did I put it? What did I do? Oh, it's right here. I need to put some accelerant on it. It's not sticking. Did the accelerant not get on it? Quick. It's still not very good. I don't know if I like it. No. No, no, no. I mean, this actually has potential. Maybe you could low-key smaller turret. I don't know. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. Maybe if there's one with it on the other side. Yeah, there. That's better. I had some 3D printed basilisks that had alternate parts. But I need something to make it so it sits up. Or I should just cover that. Just cover that and not use this. Like with a, I want to say manhole cover, but I mean cupola. A cupola is the right word. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Communications satellite dish. Excellent. All right. Now I've got a whole bunch of vehicle things. Ah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Stubbers all up in here. And I'm going to use hunter killer missile because chances are whatever I'm going to use is going to have a hunter killer missile. So that'll work. That'll work. That will work. All right. So there. Put one here, one here, one here, one here. Hunter killer missile we'll put on the side. Get that stuck in. Okay. Stick. All right, hunter killer. All right. Right there. This is the best part, is putting the guns on it. It's the most fun. Stay. We're not staying. Come on. All right. And then 2 boltas. storm bolters, because I figure variation is always fun. One stick. Storm bolter. Needs to be able to trim off these pieces, but I figure they can pass as braces for people to shoot the guns. Okay. All right, so here we have my rickety, messed up, heavy vehicle. This will be kind of crazy. I feel like I should put some other kind of thing, like maybe no, they need room. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Oh, you know what? It could work on the side. That might be fun. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm actually going to do this. That'll be nice. All right. Come on, super glue. You can do a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, accelerant. And put it on there. Just eyeballing it. Okay. All right, I figured that just adds a little color to it. This doesn't missing some pieces. All right, I'm going to use this to signify the explosives that they put inside of it for when they hit the blockade sort of thing. And so they basically drive it in, jump off of it, kaboom. That's my plan for like the concept of this thing. How will this biz fit? Best fit here. Come on. Okay. And accelerant. I've used more accelerant tonight than I have in the last like 3 months. But also, I don't usually do projects like this. I never streamed them either. This is the first time I've like streamed putting kit bashing something. I need to put something here. That does not look good. Stay there. Something there. No, that doesn't work. That does not work either. There's something long and thin. Maybe it looks like a armor piece. That's not gonna work. Nope. I found a container of ammunition, which that would make sense. Stack that onto the back for more explosions, secondary explosions. So if I can find more of those, that would be good. Oh my gosh. Did I? Maybe that'll work. Okay. No, I don't know if that'll work or not. We got a thing of sandbags that I can just put on the front. Can't tell how it works or looks. I know, but I want to use it. I want to use the advanced multi-launch rocket system. Yeah, it does look a little bit like the turtle vehicle, doesn't it? Let's see. No, these sandbags won't work. I found a piece of gear that I'm going to add. That'll be nice. You know, the Rogel Dorn has all of those like extra pieces that you can put on, like all the luggage. I found a couple pieces of that I think I'm going to use. There we go. No. I shouldn't use that. Shouldn't use it. I think I might do something with this because it looks low tech enough. You know, rocket battery. I think I might do something with that. Okay, so I need to find more containers. More containers. Oh, this is perfect. I found a laptop, a computer in a briefcase, which fits the idea because they basically tink 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 hit the buttons and they jump out and set it to explode. I'm totally using that. That is going to work. That's going to be cool. I still need to find one more piece. One more crate of some kind or something like that. Aha. Okay. Yeah, the regular guns are easily acquirable. Well, also I figure it's a Raptor thing, so they're going to draw on some of their equipment, but none of their too good equipment. Like I figure if their vehicles are already destroyed, then they could salvage some storm bolters, So that's what I'm doing. I want to see. I have a turret from the front of a Beyblade, but nah. Nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good with this last mess of stuff. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Yeah. I mean, I could even make it symmetrical. I've got the right pieces. That, that, and then that, and then that, and this somewhere like in the back. And that's good. I think that's actually like good. The end. Yeah, the Baneblade, I'm very pleased to have had the chance to build. I built a Shadow Sword, and what was the other one? The personnel one with the two Mega Bolters. So that's why I've got all this extra bits. Okay. Oh. I may end up having to break out. Your super glue. Oh, there we go. It always comes back at the last second. Oh, come on. Why is this thing not sticking? Oh. Did you hear that, Vanzig? There's an owl. Spooky, spooky owl. All right, that's there. There was again if you heard it. Very spooky. I'm going to go with extra accelerant on it. All right. You know, I should get some like small twine or something. Well, that might be too much of a hassle. But some twine to like bind the. I've got chain. Oh no, something to like bind the cargo. Okay. There we go. I got super glue all over the damn place. Oh well. Hopefully the primer will cover it. All right. We'll put one more box in there. Come on, I just have 2 more things to glue. You gotta have enough super glue in there for that. There. Okay. And then this, I need to trim off a little bit. Need to shave it. Oh man, time flies. It's already been 2 hours and some working on this thing. Been having fun. It's been nice talking to you, Vanzig. I think I'm going to be done soon, though. There. Accelerate. All right, I think we are done. Okay. So this is the truck, and there's all the stuff inside, explosives, the laptop in the back, explosives in the back, and some guns. Oh, this fell apart. You know what? I think that actually might go better on the other side. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it on the other side. Actually get rid of this. Yeah, good. One last thing. Darn it. You know what? I should probably glue from the top as well. Okay, just get this one last thing in. Okay. I have confidence in this. Yep, there it goes. All right. So there we go. All right, let me put all this junk away. So much junk. Well, that was fun. It was kind of nice to hang out and do that and get the kit bashing done on this thing. I don't know. It looks like a good vehicle that they would salvage. That the Raptors would salvage and load with explosives and ram into somebody. Let's see. So much junk. I don't know. When I started, I did not think I was going to finish. I was going to think I was going to have to get some plastic card or something and do something. Let's put more explosives in there. No, don't need more explosives. I don't know. The Ridge Holler, I kind of like the Mad Maxi look. This looks very hodgepodge, but I don't know. It'll be kind of fun. If nothing else, it'll be good for like a scenario or something. where it's not like a part of an army, but it's sort of like an objective, maybe. Could be fun for that. All right. I think I dropped something, but I don't know. I'll have to look for it later. Okay, that's all done. All right, so here we go. Crazy, crazy vehicle. It's crazy to think what it started out as. It's just an infantry fighting vehicle. Yeah, it worked. All right. Thanks for hanging out and talking with me, Vanzig. And folks, it was nice to see people on and hanging out some. That was really quick to get that the Wolf Guard done. I mean, an hour and 5 minutes. And then we did this vehicle as well. So I feel like it was a good hobby evening. But you take care, okay? I'm going to go ahead and shut down. Good night.